Good day everyone, welcome, and today we'll be discussing the topic sword. Sword. A sword is an irrational root of a number that cannot be simplified to a rational number. Now this means when you have a square root and you cannot break it down further into any form of rational number, it is called a sword. Now examples are root 2, root 3, root 5, etc. The square root of all non-perfect squares are irrational. Likewise, there are multiples and fractions. We refer to the square root of non-perfect square as sword. Sword has its own basic rule of operation with addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. Now for addition and multiplication of sword, if we have two swords, root a plus root b is not equal to the square root of a plus b, and root a minus root b is not equal to the square root of a minus b. Example, root 2 plus root 3 will also be equals to root 2 plus root 3. Since the swords are different, you cannot actually add them. But if you have something like root 2 plus root 2, it will be equals to 2 root 2. So if your sword is the same, you add the coefficients. Now for multiplication of sword, root a times root b will be equals to root a times b, and this is true for all swords. And for division in sword, root m over n will be equals to root m divided by root n. This is also true for all sword. Now for simplification of sword, that is if you have a sword that has both a rational side and an irrational side. For example, we have the square root of a times b square, and we know that we can find the square root of b square to be b. This will be equals to b root a. Example, simplify root 28. Now we know that 28 can be broken down into 4 times 7, and the square root of 4 is 2, but we cannot break 7 further. So our solution, root 28 becomes root 4 times 7, and we'll find the square root of 4, which is 2, and it becomes 2 root 7. We have some few examples we'll be looking at. Now our very first example states that simplify root 2 times root 6. Now for our solution, remember when we are multiplying sword, it becomes root 2 times root 6 will be equals to root 2 times 6, which is equals to root 12. But we can break 12 into 4 times 3, and we know the square root of 4. So it becomes root 4 times 3, which is equals to root 4 times root 3. The square root of 4 is 2, so it will be equals to 2 root 3. Now our second example states that simplify root 80 plus root 20 minus root 45. Now we are going to be trying to simplify each of our individual roots to break it down to the simplest form. Now for 80 is 16 times 5, 20 is 4 times 5, and 45 is 9 times 5. So it will be equals to root 16 times 5 plus root 4 times 5 minus root 9 times 5. Breaking each of them to be equals to root 16 times root 5 plus root 4 times root 5 minus root 9 times root 5. The root of 16 is 4, the root of 4 is 2, and the root of 9 is 3. So it becomes 4 root 5 plus 2 root 5 minus 3 root 5. Since our roots are the same, root 5, we can add and subtract our coefficients. So it will be equals to 4 plus 2 minus 3 root 5, which is equals to 3 root 5. And our next example is simplify root 60, and we know that 60 is equals to 4 times 15. So root 60 will be equals to root 4 times 16. The square root of 4 is 2, so it becomes 2 root 15. We have another example that states that simplify root 3 times root 3. Now root 3 times root 3 will be equals to root 9, and the root of 9 is 3. Generally, root a times root a is equals to a. Division in sword. Now root m divided by n will be equals to root m divided by root n. This is true for all sword. Example 1, simplify root 35 divided by root 5. Now for our solution, root 35 divided by root 5 will be equals to root 35 over 5, and 35 over 5 is 7, so it will be equals to root 7. Taking another example, root 17 divided by 4. Now for our solution, root 17 divided by 4 will be equals to root 17 divided by 4, because we cannot break it down any further. Rationalization of surd is a way of simplifying surd in which we are trying to remove any form of root from the denominator of a fractional surd. For example, rationalize 1 over root 3. Now in this kind of scenario, we multiply both the numerator and the denominator by root 3. So 1 divided by root 3 will be equals to 1 divided by root 3 times root 3 divided by root 3. And multiplying to be equals to 1 times root 3 divided by root 3 times root 3, which should be equals to root 3 over 3. Now to rationalize when the denominator is a single surd, we simply multiply the numerator by the surd in the denominator. Now for another example, simplify 10 root 2 divided by root 5. For our solution, we'll be multiplying the numerator and the denominator by root 5. So 10 root 2 divided by root 5 will be equals to 10 root 2 divided by root 5 times root 5 divided by root 5, which will be equals to 10 root 2 times 5 divided by 5, which is equals to 10 divided by 5 is 2, so it will be equals to 2 root 10. And for a third example, simplify 2 root 3 minus 6 divided by root 3 plus 3 divided by root 27. So to rationalize all of them, we'll be multiplying each of them by the numerator. That's 6 divided by root 3, we'll multiply it by root 3 times divided by root 3. Then 3 divided by root 27, we multiply it by root 27 divided by root 27. So it will be equals to 2 root 3 minus 6 root 3 divided by root 3 times root 3 plus 3 root 7 divided root 27 rather divided by root 27 times root 27. So it will be equals to 2 root 3 minus 6 root 3 divided by 3 plus 3 root 27 divided by 27. And we can break down root 27, so it will be equals to 2 root 3 minus 2 root 3 plus root 9 times 3 divided by 9, which will be equals to 3 root 3 divided by 9. And dividing 3 divided by 9, which is 1 over 3, to be equals to 1 over 3 root 3. Now, if our denominator is a conjugate, that's we have something of the form 2 plus root 3, we are going to be multiplying by the same expression, we are going to be changing the sign. So if we have a surd of 2 plus root 3, we're multiplying by 2 minus root 3. That's why we're multiplying our numerator and our denominator by 2 minus root 3. And if we have 2 minus root 3, we'll be multiplying our numerator and our denominator by 2 plus root 3. Generally, if we have a surd of the form a plus root b in our denominator, we'll be multiplying our numerator and our denominator by a minus root b. The last term is a general expression for surd and their conjugate. Also, from the table above, we have seen that the product of a surd and its conjugate is not a surd, since a plus root b in brackets a minus root b will be equals to a into a minus root b plus root b into a minus root b. Expanding our bracket will be equals to a square minus a root b plus a root b minus root b times root b, which will be equals to a square minus b. Generally, in solving a cubic question, sometimes we apply one or more of the principles treated above. We have another question from Y 2005. It states that simplify 2 plus 3 root 5 in bracket square minus 2 minus 3 root 5 in bracket square, and we are given the option. Now for our solution, applying the difference of 2 square rule, our expression 3 plus 3 root 5 square minus 2 minus 3 root 5 square will be equals to, in bracket, 2 plus 3 root 5 plus 2 minus 3 root 5 multiplying in bracket 2 plus 3 root 5 minus in bracket 2 minus 3 root 5. Because for our difference of 2 square, a square minus b square is equals to a plus b in bracket a minus b. So simplifying further by expanding our bracket, it will be equals to 4 in bracket 2 plus 3 root 5 minus 2 plus 3 root 5, and when opening our further bracket, to be equals to 4 in bracket 6 root 5, which is equals to 24 root 5, and our answer is A. We have another question from 2006 that states that simplify root 75 minus 3 divided by root 3 plus 1, leaving your answer in the form a plus b root c, where a, b, c are rational numbers. Now our very first step is to rationalize our surd. by multiplying the numerator and the denominator by root 3 minus 1. Rationalizing the given solve, it becomes root 75 minus 3 divided by root 3 plus 1 is equals to root 75 minus 3 multiplying in brackets root 3 minus 1 divided by root 3 plus 1 multiplying in brackets root 3 minus 1. Now simplifying the numerator and the denominator by expanding both brackets, it will be equals to root 225 minus 3 root 3 minus root 75 plus 3 divided by 3 minus 1 square, which when we simplify it further will be equals to 15 plus 3 minus 3 root 3 minus 5 root 3 divided by 2, which is equals to 18 minus 8 root 3 divided by 2. Now splitting into two different fractions, it will be equals to 9 minus 4 root 3, because 18 divided by 2 will be 9 and 8 root 3 divided by 2 will be 4 root 3. So our final answer is 9 minus 4 root 3, where A is 9, B is minus 4 and C is 3. Our final question is from WAEC 2009 and it states that express 5 minus 2 root 10 divided by 3 root 5 plus root 2 in the form m root 2 plus n root 5. Now for our solution, our first step is to rationalize our solve, and when we do that, we will be multiplying the numerator and the denominator by 3 root 5 minus root 2. Doing so, it becomes 5 minus 2 root 10 divided by 3 root 5 plus root 2 will be equals to 5 minus 2 root 10 divided by 3 root 5 plus root 2 times 3 root 5 minus root 2 for our numerator and also 3 root 5 minus root 2 for our denominator. Now simplifying the numerator and our denominator separately, it will be equals to, if we expand our numerator to be 15 root 5 minus 5 root 2 minus 6 root 50 plus 2 root 20 divided by 9 times 5 minus 2, which will be equals to 15 root 5 minus 5 root 2 minus 6 times 5 root 2 plus 2 times 2 root 2 divided by 45 minus 2, which will be equals to 19 root 5 minus 35 root 2 divided by 43. And splitting it into two fractions, it will be equals to minus 35 over root 3. It will be equals to minus 35 over 43 root 2 plus 19 over 43 root 5. So we have successfully represented the solve in the form m root 2 plus n root 5. Here are some exercises for you to try your hands on at home. And for more insight on this topic, you can check out our Hidden Facts Further Mathematics textbook. You can get the hard copy in bookshops, or if you are interested in the soft copy, you can get it at the website on the bottom of the screen. Thank you.